Having a great time filling in for McGraw Millhaven today. This is Tony Messenger. I'm the editorial page editor of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Regular listeners know that I'm normally here on Thursday late mornings for the board meeting. There will be no board meeting today. My favorite part so far of filling in for McGraw is listening to the traffic problems on 44, because that's my route into work, and apparently it's really bad today. And I did something I never do. I drove to work in the dark, and there was nobody on the roads. And so today's traffic problems on 44. If you're on 44 and you're stuck in that traffic, I really apologize. I'm sorry to be kind of enjoying your pain because I'm here in the studio and I don't have to deal with it today.
See, that's one advantage.
It is.
Of getting up early and doing the show.
It was actually kind of nice. I actually thought about it, and I'm like, boy, if I could actually get up at 4:30 every day and deal with this drive, this wouldn't be a bad deal. So we're going to talk in this next segment with Erin Buddy, the executive director of STL250. She's in studio with us. And this is a big deal. St. Louis turning 250, lots of celebration, lots of stuff going on. Tell us, Erin, about all of the events this weekend so people can sort of plan.
Sure will. So we have a little bit of something for everyone going forward throughout the weekend. The birthday is debated, whether it's the 14th or the 15th of February.
Which do you think it is, by the way? Do you have
I think I'd get myself in trouble if I actually put that down, put a stake in the ground around it. So I'm going to abdicate and just focus on the full weekend, full of fun and learning opportunities and moments. Valentine's Day at 4:30 on Art Hill with the Burnin' Love Festival. This is a big love fest for St. Louis. It's a chance for us to show our love for the city and our love for each other. If you have a chance, swing by Art Hill because all of the preparations are underway, including the installation of a 25-foot tall heart that will shoot flame from its perimeter all the way around about a foot out. So that'll be one of the centerpieces, but there's so much great stuff going on. There are heated tents, wonderful food from our favorite vendors in St. Louis. We have wonderful music acts ranging from Aaron Bodie to Pokey Lafarge to a great Royal Rhythm and Blues All-Stars anchored by the St. Louis Social Club. And this is a group of musicians that are coming together for this one night only. And it's going to be amazing. Fireworks end it all at about 10:15. Smack dab in the middle of it, though, we're going to have the Lovin' Moment, which is an re-engagement ceremony for what looks like it's going to be about 300 couples who have all signed up to be a part of this moment. We had some nice incentives, and we think that helped. So Moritz Royce Jewelers here in St. Louis donated a diamond ring by Simon G., and so those couples are in the running to get that. But we have other things that are wonderful. Dinners at Ruth's Chris, parties at the Jewel Box in the Boathouse. So no reason not to come out and show your love.
Well, talk about St. Louis turning 250 and sort of, I know that we've got all these, celebrations this weekend, but what's it really about? What's important for people who live here to be thinking about as this city turns 250 and as we sort of move forward as a city?
Yeah, so we've had about 200 plus volunteers working on this for 4 years, and they spent a lot of time answering that question. The 250th year milestone really does give us a chance to stop and reflect on where we've been and where we're headed and what we want to look like in the next 250 years. And so increasing civic pride is a huge goal of ours. We think, and I think we hear it again and again by people who relocate to St. Louis, that, oh my God, this is a fantastic city. What a great region. You don't know what you have here. And we think that that's pretty true. And so we want to take this year and have an opportunity to highlight all of those great and amazing assets and resources that exist throughout the region. So things like our Cakeway to the West project, which will actually mark 250 of those locations with ornamental birthday cakes decorated by local artists, activated through a social media app that you can download to your smartphone. We'll tell you about these places. So we want people moving around. We have 150 plus events on our calendar already, where organizations across the region, from the grand scale, like the Missouri History Museum and their 250 and 250 exhibit, to the grassroots, like the Lafayette Square neighborhood, have said, here's how we want to celebrate, and we want to help people see how great St. Louis is.
One of the things I've enjoyed at the Post-Dispatch in the last few days is we've started this feature on page 2, that a little bit of a look back in history, something that happened in history on that particular day in the last 250 years. And it's fascinating because if you turn to it and you don't know what it is, you see these big news headlines. That one the other day was somebody being assassinated, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh wait a minute, it's the history. It happened 150 years ago. But it is fun to sort of look back, but I think it's probably more valuable in terms of the look forward piece. Are there other events throughout the year that you can point to that might sort of help the region in terms of, as we talk about what St. Louis might be 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years from now?
So we've got wonderful dialogues underway with organizations that are really promoting an increase in foreign-born populations. So folks like the International Institute and St. Louis Mosaic, who are putting a lot of work into making St. Louis a very attractive place for people that are born in other countries. And that will really be a big part of our successful population growth and success in the future. We have a wonderful partnership with Arch Grants, which is the startup entrepreneurial organization recruiting startup firms from other cities to come to St. Louis and really grow here and thrive here. And so our social media app is developed by one of those, and we're looking at lots of other ways to really feature that. We've identified 10 indicators of civic pride, and what we'll be doing every month moving forward is focusing on one of those indicators, because if enough people feel good enough about those, then civic pride is going to be higher. And we can really tell that story, not just about the great stuff going on in education or in social offerings, but where we would like to be. So we'll be focusing on that forward-looking piece a whole lot as we move forward throughout the year.
Aaron, what's the website for people to follow STL250?
It's www.stl250.org. Our event calendar is there. Information about all of the big events for the celebration weekend are there, and lots of ways to get involved.
How many people you think you're going to get at Forest Park this weekend?
We're thinking 10,000 is probably going to be conservative.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
300 couples, though.
300 couples. Yeah.
That'll be a lot of burning love.
You gave us a lot of help there, Kelly. Thank you.
No problem. But no, it sounds like a great event, and really everything that's going on throughout the year, too.
Yeah.
Aaron Buddy, STL250, thanks for being with us today. You're listening to the Big 550, KTRS.